Hi guys, this is Dressing Room Chat. So I'm with two boys. They've kind of become like my little brothers, really. They're a massively bad influence on me. I'm extremely professional in every job that I do, and these two have made every situation worse. Just letting you know. All true. / lies. So, my first question, because this is Dex Lee, the wonderful Dex Lee, and Louis Gaunt. And that's right? Louis Gaunt?
Yeah, mate.
Or did you say Louis?
Louis.
No, it is Louis.
I thought it was Louis.
I always thought it was Louis. Really embarrassing.
No.
Hashtag really embarrassing. Do you know what was funny? It's true. Shout out to Stacey, mum's a legend. I've got a funny story actually. There was a good mate of mine, Andrew Hilton, who's an MD. I thought his name was Phil for the first 2 weeks of rehearsal. Just called him Phil. I was like, no, right, Phil. And he was like, or Andrew. I was like, it's really awkward. So,
Andrew.
So, thank you, Andrew Hilton. Congratulations on 9 to 5. Well done. So, I'm an idiot, it's fine. Basically, because these two boys are probably two of the most talented boys I think I've ever met, they are just ridiculously stupid. Honestly, if you see them in any show, please just go and see them. They're just worth the ticket price alone. So, for you two boys, what is your favourite job you've ever done? Obviously, you're very early in your careers. What's sort of your most favourite job you've ever done so far in your career, boys?
Boy, up to this point, I'm gonna have to go for the Scotsman Boys. That was fire. Yeah, first job in town, second job at college, like loving my life, living the absolute dream.
As you do.
Was
with Susan Stroman.
With Susan Stroman.
Brandon Victor Dixon. So it's not really an issue. Do you know what I mean? It's what he's got. It was bad. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was brilliant. I did see it. It was an amazing show. It was amazing. You were fantastic in it as well.
Thank you very much.
That's all right. Not a problem. I did write my review on that.
Yeah, exactly. I will pay you later.
Thank you. That Dex Lee's amazing. Louis, what about you, mate?
I've only recently just come out of college, so...
How old are you, Louis?
I'm 20 now. Hey. No, my favourite job today has to be my first job out of college, which is Oklahoma, at the Grange Park Opera with Dex.
With Andrew Wright?
Yes.
That's right.
Amazing.
I think for many different reasons.
Shout out to Andrew Wright.
Shout out to Andrew, shout out to Joe. I felt like I just changed as a person on that job. It was my first job out of college, so it was like I had a massive eye opener. I learned.
You played Will Parker, right?
Yeah, which was a huge opportunity for me and one of the best things I've done today. I learnt loads, and I kind of just.
Which you won an award for?
Did you win an award for?
This guy.
Look at this one. What was it, Olivier? It was an Oliver. I'm not going to stop working with both of you. It's ridiculous how talented you are. However, saying that, you could work in your careers.
Good trick joke.
See what I mean? They bring it out of me. What can I do? It's all hitting that. So, do you both have any advice with obviously? I was talking in another interview. I've talked to Delroy about BAME casting and stuff. To a lot of young actors now, there's a lot more diversity in colleges now than there ever was, let's say, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for kids in college, going through the ranks, anything that you two have learned, like in the last few years, being on a job that you never learned when you're at college? Because obviously it's a bit of a whirlwind when you get into the business, right?
When you are in college, it's really easy to think that the position that you are in is the be-all and end-all of everything that you're going to achieve. Like it's so. The reason that teachers and so on are so tough on you is because they want to try and prepare you for the industry, but know that there's so much more to come. There are so many more fruits for you to bear. Like there is so much more for you to explore and find out about yourself. As Louis said, when you stay in Oklahoma, when you actually leave, there are so many more boxes for you to fill when you leave. So don't get stuck in a rut and think that.
Because when you're working with people like me, you learn what not to do, right?
Right.
Don't ever do.
Take the words right out of my mouth.
Thank you.
I like it.
What I say is,
I'm always here to please.
At college, it's important to have an end game, not go right. I'm gonna get this first job out of college, and then that's me sorted. Because musical theatre, it's not a race. Like you have time, you have a long.
It's true. It's a marathon, man.
Yeah,
it's a marathon. Like proper.
You've got to. It's not easy to create a long career, so you have to prepare yourself for that, and don't put pressure on your back on your first job. Like you've got a long way to go, and if you land an amazing first job, don't let that then set you up for a fall and go, well, I've made it now, I've got to now top this. It doesn't matter where you're going, as long as you're still on your path, you're still working hard, you're just trying to better yourself, then your journey's going to follow that.
Is there any actor or that both of you, when you were at college or when you were starting out, anyone that you were, apart from me obviously, that you aspired to be? Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, for me, I think obviously it started out was like Gene Kelly, Fred Astaire, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Shout out to MJ, holla. But then it moved into like sort of when I got into the musical theatre world, like Brian Darcy James was a big person for me. I was like, God, I want a career like his. So like for you two, any actor in particular, any actress in particular that's kind of driven you to.
Well, you definitely mentioned it before. Brandon Victor Dixon for sure. I saw him in Motown and Broadway. Jeez, blew my absolute mind up.
I saw him as Barry in Hamilton.
Well, there you go.
I mean, you were giving me life, boy.
Jesus Christ, do you know what I mean? Him absolutely smashing. Judas. Do you know what I mean? It's just, but yeah, literally just watching that and obviously having the honour of being able to work with him on the Scots Rise was like.
Tell me your first story. Tell me your first, because you told me the first story in the pub, so now you have to tell the viewers what happened.
Okay, so
stagey bitch.
Ridiculous. So anyways,
Mr. Cool Dex Lee.
Well, this is it. I usually like to think of myself as
smooth. Sorry. Brandon Victor Dixon, first day of Scots with Boys. There we go.
Yeah, so anyway, we're in the circle, everyone sat down, we're all doing the names, it's all good. This guy, literally Brandon Victor Dixon, walks in the corner of the room. I was literally like... got up when I was like, look, I saw you on Broadway, I think you're incredible. I just like, you get word vomit, it just keeps going and going. He was literally just like...
And then he never talked to you for the rest of the contract.
And that was it. Never saw him again.
Didn't see him again.
And I got my notice.
Yeah. You're not allowed to
harassment in the workplace. Yeah. People survive. That was it. So, yeah, literally, I was just overwhelmed with how the presence that he exuded as he went into the room. It's freaking. Yeah,
because that's also a thing, isn't it? As well, sometimes it's actually like people's presence as well. It's not just how talented they are.
Quality.
It is. You like, and it kind of feeds off them when they walk into a room. You're like. There's like an aura about them, which is weird. I don't have that.
I think you do. He tries it.
Brandon Victor Dixon. Who else? Who would you go?
Someone for me, especially throughout college, Jeremy Jordan.
Okay.
Because his voice and his attitude through songs was just sensational. I remember
giving you a bit of Newsies in life.
Yeah, a bit of Newsies. Yeah. I remember just watching him and going, "Wow, that's like what I want to be able to emulate." Obviously, I've got people like. For me, my biggest inspiration in life is Gene Kelly. That's exactly what I would love to be. But yeah, Jeremy Jordan, Gavin Creel is another one.
Yeah, shout out to Gavin Creel, insane. He is insane.
He's a wonderful person as well. One of the most amazing human beings.
He's a nice guy.
Paid for my meal once. Shout out to Gavin.
Thank you, Gavin Creel. Where's my meal? Rude. So, do you actually, talking about Gene Kelly, do you ever think that, obviously, movie musicals are becoming a big thing now?
Yeah.
Do you ever think it's going to get back to that sort of golden age, or do you think it's kind of like a new wave?
I think if we ride the wave of the hype that's starting, this bubbling, if we keep riding this and people are wanting it more and it's selling well, then I think we can kind of create a craze where it's going to happen all the time, and then we can start recreating those things. But I don't think we can emulate what we had in the past. It has to be something new. Yeah. We can't recreate what we've had because we can't touch that.
No.
So it has to be new, it has to be fresh, but I'd love it if stuff like that does start coming about. I think that'd be amazing for the industry.
Dex, what about your take on it?
Well, I mean, in this day and age, movie musicals are trying to make a comeback. They're a massive part of the blockbuster industry. Les Mis was released. What was released really recently? Mary Poppins, obviously. Recently, like there is a resurgence, of that. It's almost like modern day westerns at the time.
Do you think they need? I mean, and there's nothing wrong. I'm saying this because a lot of the movie stars that have done it are fantastic. But do you also think it's kind of missing a platform of creating new stars? Because essentially, Gene Kelly, Fred Astaire, they weren't Gene Kelly, Fred Astaire before they kept making 20, 30 movies. I mean, Singing in the Rain was like way late on in Gene Kelly's career, but like. For me personally, the one thing I think is when I see a brand new person in a movie musical, you become more interested in the newer person than you do the person that you already know about. Do you see what I mean?
I think it would take what should start happening in the musical theatre talent that we have. They should be the ones that are projected into the movies. The talent that we have rather than... And as amazing as the people are in the movies, I think rather than first and foremost going, like, we've got a name now, we're going to make the name do it.
Yeah.
Let's see the person that can play it best do it.
Yeah.
Look, I think it's a case. It's a case of all of us. Like we're in a time period where you have access to being able to promote people so much. Like social media is so powerful. Like it's kind of up to us to promote those people who are ridiculously talented and unknown. It's up to us to retweet those. It's up to us to put that out there. To say that, you know,
slash like shouting out to not just yourself but your sister, Miriam T. Lee. She's ridiculous. I mean, brother and sister combo, ridiculous, stupid.
Put it out there.
Put it out there, Miriam, for real. So that's my time with the amazing Dex Lee and Louis Gaunt. Say bye, Louis and Dex.
Bye, Louis and Dex.